Most men don't realize this, but there are women out there who genuinely want them, like really want them, not just in a casual way. These women think about you. They smile when your name shows up on their phone. They daydream about what it would feel like to be close to you. But here's the kicker. They'll never admit it. Not first. Not until they feel something real from you. Something deeper than interest or charm. She might flirt with you one day, laugh at your jokes, maybe even throw a compliment your way. And then the next day, ice cold. She backs off, goes quiet, doesn't engage. And you're left wondering if you imagined the whole thing. You start thinking, is she into me or not? Was she just being polite? Am I reading too much into this? But here's the truth. She does want you. She just doesn't feel safe enough to show it yet. Women live in a world where emotional vulnerability often gets punished. They've been open before, they've shown their interest before, and it ended in disappointment. So now, even when she feels that pull toward you, she holds it back. Not because it's not real, but because she's waiting, watching. She needs to feel that what she's sensing in you isn't a performance, it's presence. A calm confidence that doesn't chase, doesn't beg, doesn't need validation. She wants to feel that you're the kind of man who doesn't need her to complete him, but who welcomes her into his life from a place of fullness. That's the paradox. She won't show her cards until she knows she's not gambling alone. She doesn't need pressure, promises, or persuasion. She needs to feel something steady, that you're solid. And only then will she show you what she's really been holding back. When a woman pulls away, most guys immediately jump to the conclusion that she's lost interest. They panic. They start chasing, double texting, over-explaining themselves. They try to prove they're not like the last guy who hurt her. But what they don't understand is, she's not being cold. She's being careful. There's a difference. A woman who's been hurt before doesn't stop feeling. She starts protecting. Even when she's genuinely interested, even when she feels that spark, she might still hesitate. That slow reply, that sudden distance, that shift in energy. It's not a rejection, it's a test. She's asking silently, "Can I trust this? Is this safe? Will he stay steady if I pull back for a second?" This is where most men lose her. Not because they said the wrong thing, but because they reacted instead of remaining grounded. They rushed in, tried to fix something that wasn't broken, or worse, tried to control the pace. What actually draws her in isn't your effort. It's your stillness, your ability to remain calm in the face of her uncertainty. She wants to see how you move when she's not giving you anything. Do you crumble? Do you chase? Or do you stay centered? When she feels that you're not emotionally shaken by her mood swings or silence, something changes. She relaxes. Her guard starts to lower. Because now she sees you're not like the others. You're not desperate for a response. You're not addicted to her attention. You're just you. And in that stillness, you speak louder than words ever could. That's when she starts leaning in. That's when the walls begin to fall. Because now, she doesn't just feel attraction, she feels trust. And for a guarded woman, that's everything. A lot of guys think the way to a woman's heart is through constant attention. Texting all day, giving endless compliments, always being available. But here's the truth. Most never figure out. Attention is cheap. It's everywhere. Mystery, on the other hand, is rare and incredibly powerful. A woman doesn't fall for the guy who's always in her face. She falls for the one who leaves space. The one who makes her wonder, what's going on in his world? When everything about you is out in the open, there's nothing left to discover. No tension, no curiosity, and desire can't survive. Without curiosity, you don't need to hide who you are, but you do need to stop oversharing. Let her learn you slowly. Let her earn deeper access to your world. It's not about being distant or cold. It's about having a life so rich with purpose that you don't feel the need to constantly explain yourself. When she sees that you're focused on your path, not just orbiting around her, that's when she starts to lean in. Not because you're playing games, but because your energy feels different from everyone else's. You're not chasing her approval. You're building something real. Mystery doesn't mean being a ghost. It means being selective with your presence. It means knowing your value and not putting it on full display for free. Let her feel the silence. Let her think about you when you're not around. That tension, that gap between what she knows and what she wants to know, that's where attraction grows. That's what makes her start to invest. Not because you tried harder, but because you gave her something rare, the thrill of discovering, a man who doesn't need to be seen to feel secure. That's the man she can't stop thinking about. Women are emotional creatures, and whether they realize it or not, they often mirror the energy a man puts out. If you come in anxious, unsure, constantly needing reassurance, she'll feel that instability and start to pull away. Not because she doesn't like you, but because it doesn't feel safe. On the other hand, when you show up calm, centered, and unfazed by her mood swings or silence, something powerful happens. She begins to relax. She starts to feel like she can breathe around you, and in that breath, trust begins to form. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to say all the right things. What matters more is your emotional consistency. Can you hold your ground when she tests you with silence? Can you remain patient when she pulls back just to see if you'll chase? Can you let her have her space without losing your balance? Most men can't. Most guys get thrown off course by a single unanswered message or a shift in her tone. But if you can stay steady, if your mood isn't swayed by her response, she will start to see you differently. She'll stop testing you and start trusting you. She'll match your tone, your steadiness, your sense of calm. That emotional balance you bring becomes a foundation for her to open up. Because now, you're not just another guy trying to win her over. You're someone who can handle her at her worst and still stay grounded. And that's rare. When a woman senses that your identity doesn't depend on her attention, that your peace isn't something she can break, that's when her guard starts to drop. That's when the attraction deepens. You're not just a passing interest anymore. You've become something solid. And to her, solid is irresistible. There comes a moment in every dynamic where the energy flips. Not when she finally chooses you, but when you stop waiting for her to. That's the turning point most men never reach because they're too busy, waiting, hoping, watching their phones, analyzing every little signal. But women can feel when you're in standby mode, just orbiting their world, waiting for permission to move. That kind of energy doesn't inspire attraction. It drains it. The shift happens when you redirect that energy inward. When you stop asking, "What does she want?" and start asking, "What do I want?" When a woman sees that your focus has shifted from her to your purpose, she feels it. Not in a loud, dramatic way, but in a quiet, powerful absence. You didn't ghost her. You didn't punish her. You didn't try to make her jealous. You just evolved. You got busy with your mission, your health, your growth. And suddenly, the dynamic changes. Now she's the one wondering where you are, what you're up to, and why she's no longer the center of your world. The key isn't to replace her with another woman. That doesn't work long term. The key is to replace her with your vision, your drive, your goals. When she realizes she's no longer your emotional priority and that you're thriving anyway, that stings in the most attractive way. She starts questioning why she pulled away in the first place, and if her feelings were ever real, she'll come back, not to reclaim control, but because your evolution made her feel your absence in a way she didn't expect. You didn't chase her. You didn't collapse. You elevated. And that kind of growth is magnetic, because deep down, every woman wants a man who's already whole, with or without her.